the game, cause see the boxing voice.
Good. Sean Zattel, ThaBoxingvoice.com, here with former world champion Jessie Vargas, one of the top guys at 140 and 147. What's up, Jessie? Thanks for your time as always.
Anytime, man. Thank you for having me on. And, we had another good weekend of boxing.
Definitely did. And you weren't shy after tonight's fight. Here at the post-fight press conference, you called out Timothy Bradley. But that's sometimes, do you feel like that's sometimes something fighters need to do if that's the fight they want?
Well, I mean, it depends on the position. Timothy Bradley told me something face-to-face as a man. And then just the next day or just a few minutes later, hours later, he changed it around, and he said he didn't want to fight me. He's being a coward and going back on his word. But hey, it's 2015, and I guess a man's word isn't worth anything now.
I could kind of feel that competitive streak coming from you, man. You want the fight with this guy, this rematch. Do you think part of that competitive edge, that fire you got, could really make a difference in a rematch if you are able to get a rematch?
Definitely. Man, the anger that I have now, I'm just gonna come into that next fight and just throwing power punches from the beginning. Starting off where I left off in the last fight. We do have unfinished business, and I'm looking forward to the rematch. I think that the fans really want to see how it would end. That fight, man, it could have ended with me being basically a hero that night. Ending it in the last 10 seconds, knocking him out, or 8 seconds. I'm sorry. It'd be something huge. But hey, they stole that away from me.
Do you have?
You can't. I mean, when you're a fighter that's a warrior in the ring like me, every second counts, and all I ask for is just every second of the fight, whether it's for good or for bad. But give it to me. That way, I know that what happened there was there was nothing that could be done. But there was a mistake that was made, and it affected me.
Well, to your point, we've seen even less competitive fights than what your and Bradley's fight was up to that point, Chavez-Taylor. And we've seen what can happen in the 10 seconds. So is that the kind of thing you had in mind?
Exactly. You just brought out the words in my mouth. That's what I was thinking. And it would have been nice to end it that way. But they stole it. They took it away from me. No matter what, no one knows what could have happened in those last 8 seconds. Right. You know what I mean? It would have been nice to find out.
When it comes to Tim Bradley, do you just have tunnel vision right now? Is this the only guy that you really have are itching to fight?
Yeah, it's the only guy that I want to fight. But I understand that he's looking for a way out, and he's looking for bigger fights. Make more money. But and I just have to continue on pursuing the rematch, asking for it, looking for ways to make it happen. And other than that, my manager, Cameron Duncan, will look for other opportunities or will look to pursue that rematch as well.
Talk about you need all 36 minutes. But what else, compared to the first fight, do you feel like you have to change, if anything, to get the job done the second time around?
Let my hands go. That's all I have to do.
Eric Morales was talking to you a lot about that in your corner between rounds.
Definitely he was. He was asking for it, and as much as I wanted to let my hands go, I couldn't that night until until the 11th round came in. I said, you know what? Fuck it. I can't stay up here. I can't let my hands go for some reason. I feel tied up. So I'm just gonna get low and look for another option, just to bang in the inside. And that's when the big right came in. The big looping right, and I had him out, dude. I remember that. I remember like if it was yesterday. Right when the referee stepped in, the position that Timothy Bradley was this one here. Motherfucker was out, dude. He was fucking out.
Well, you say, for whatever reason, that you weren't able to let the hands go the way you wanted to, and Morales was just pleading with you in between rounds. Was that stamina, or what was it?
Stamina. It wasn't stamina. It was just that I wouldn't know how to explain it. He fought a good fight.
You have to be in the ring.
All I could say is, you can't really come up with excuses. All I could do is just come up and come back stronger. I did come back stronger in those 2 rounds, the last 2 rounds, because I knew I needed to, and it did. And I needed every second of the round to capitalize on it, especially at that moment. But he fought a good fight. He fought a good fight then. He fought a good fight now. But I had him knocked out. That's the thing.
Speaking of your trainers, I brought up Morales. Do you think that's going to be your trainer from here going forward?
This is the thing that I hear some people say good things, bad things. A fighter, when you're in that ring, if you're losing, you don't want to just let it go and then just say, well, hey, I lost and that's it. If you're the type of fighter that never gives up, you're going to continue to pursue the fight. You're going to continue to pursue the victory, you know, and you can't steal that away from a warrior that says, you know, if I'm losing, all right, but give me every second to find my way to get back in the fight. You know what I mean? And other people say, oh, well, it wasn't going to happen anyways. Well, give me every second to find that out. You know, but,
Finish.
It is what it is.
Finishing up, you know, some fighters, they're never the same after they lose their undefeated record, but it's obvious, you know, you're very fired up. Do you think your confidence and just how you are as a fighter, period, you can come back from this better than ever?
I'm gonna come back stronger because I do have the knockout power to knock any opponent out. You know what I mean? If I did that to Bradley, that he could take a shot. You know, he has heart, and he's known to be a warrior as well. But and to stand on his feet in every fight, I had him out. So I was one of the few to have done that. You know what I mean? And now that I know that, you know, I'm gonna be much more aggressive and like I said, just look for those big shots. So it's at the end of the day, it's gonna do me better, and I'm here with my head up because I know I had him knocked out. And he could look at me and say, you know what, that guy had me knocked out, and he said it before. He said it before, and he admitted it to me that I had won the fight.
Jesse, man, thanks a lot for your time. When can we hope to see you again, champ?
2016, January, February, you know, tune in. I mean, you know, stay updated, but it should be, I'd say, February. I gotta speak with my manager, Cameron Duncan, and see what date he has in mind.
Boxing fans, Jessie Vargas, one of the best young fighters in boxing, one of the best welterweights in boxing. Thanks a lot, Jesse, so much, man.
Anytime.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks, man. Thanks, Jesse, man.